Hey, what is going on, viewers? Zesty Lime Studios here, and welcome back to another Let's Review. Today we're reviewing these Australian raspberry Maltesers. So, B&M are renowned for having various products around the world in the shops, which is pretty good to be honest with you, because you can spend a lot more money on these type of products on these various websites that sell American / rest of the world candy, goods, sweet drinks whatsoever. I can't remember the price, but cheaper than buying it online. So anyway, yeah, I saw these were new, not in England yet, or Europe, I'm not sure, not even America. But I thought, yeah, these are coming to England, they're in B&M, so I thought, you know what, let's give these a try. I do like Maltesers. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Malteser, can you? It's basically a wafer, well, I say wafer ball, but it's basically a crunchy ball covered in chocolate. So that's Maltesers in a nutshell. Of course, it's Australian because it says Australian on the back, and of course with the English sticker stuck over the top. Now it says a crisp malt centre covered in a smooth raspberry flavoured milk chocolate, and that's it. You can't really mess up a Malteser. So, and I always say this with every video, so bear with me, but these have been in the fridge for a few reasons, and I know some people get the real hump with chocolate being in the fridge. I know these technically aren't full chocolate because they're covered in chocolate. Me personally, I prefer my chocolate in the fridge, and it also makes it easier to do a review, so it doesn't just instantly melt in my hand. Especially in the summertime, it melts super fast, albeit we're not in summer now, but you get the point of principle is what I'm saying, so deal with it. You guys can argue in the comments below. Anyways, so we're going to open it, get straight into it and see. There we go. So I bet this is going to smell friggin' awesome. Ready? Oh, wow. Really nice raspberry smell. Smells really nice. And yeah, it's just inside as you'd expect. Oh, it smells super nice. Right. So we have a Malteser. Again, it's literally a chocolate ball covered in it. Nothing else to say. So let's taste one and see how it tastes. Okay, there's definitely raspberry flavour there. Definitely raspberry flavour there, which is good. Because I find sometimes a lot of these chocolates, not specifically Maltesers, but in general, when they're flavoured a certain way, most of the time they're not really that strong and not really that prominent in flavour. But no, that's actually got a nice little raspberry kick to it. Yeah. So you've got the nice crunchy interior, as you can probably hear me eating. The nice crunchy interior, that, albeit very thin, as they are now these days, a lot of stuff, a very thin layer of chocolate on there. So you're not really getting any chocolate taste as such, which is not a bad or a good thing, because Maltesers are more about the crunch in the middle, covered in a light layer of chocolate. So bear that in mind. But the main point is you can taste raspberry. But again, it's not overpowering. It's not over the top. It's not some Maltesers are like absolutely bursting with raspberry flavour, which, again, if you ask me, is that a bad or a good thing? I really don't know, because in some ways, I mean, they're nice, but personally, I'd like them just a bit stronger. And I think towards most people, I think, would probably like a bit more stronger raspberry taste, in my opinion. I think because they just aren't that raspberry enough, but you do know the raspberry's there. You get that crunch straight away, a little bit chocolate, and then the raspberry flavour kind of towards the end. I guess when the crunchy bit goes down, then the chocolate at the end, and then obviously the raspberry flavour is within the chocolate. So it makes sense that's more towards the end of the Malteser rather than right at the beginning. I don't know what to say about them, really. They're right. I mean, I would buy them again if these were to, say, be released in England properly and were alongside, say, normal Maltesers. I would pick them up if I were to pick a bag of Maltesers, albeit I'll probably still choose white Maltesers, albeit I don't think you can get them for a long time. But at one point they did do, I think they did orange Maltesers at one point, but like a Halloween edition or something. But in terms of normal Maltesers flavours, yeah, they're fine. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat the whole bag. But how many servings does it say? Serving size, 25 grams, approximately 11 pieces. That's quite generous, actually. This pack contains 4 servings. So it's, oh, so technically then there's 46, no, 7, something like that, pieces of Maltesers in there. So it's not too bad really. So yeah, you get a reasonable amount in there. But Ben, this is the Australian bag versus the England bag with shrinkflation. But yeah, they're fine. Nothing else to say really about them. All I can say is go to B&M, pick them up. Do not pay extortionate prices for these on Dime. So there we go, they're nice. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all later.